What's up there, Flashrock Land? TFG coming at you once again. And, you know, when life throws you lemons, I say put lemons in a burlap sack and beat the hell out of life. Tonight, we've got some great balladeers known only as the Sly Digs.
No place shot in the foot with the left hand sweep, with the right won't work, I'll feel you down. Well, when I get you shit, don't know nobody else to say. When them all don't get you sing them over next to him. When them all don't get you sing them homes that you have. When them all don't get you sing them shot them in a wild thing you have.
Fucking guy here at you again. This time I'm sitting with the Sly Digs. Gentlemen, introduce yourselves and tell them what you do in the band.
I'm Greg, I play the drums.
Josh, I play bass and sing.
I'm Tommy and I play guitar.
And that was Sly Digs if you take the cock out of your ear.
Oh!
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for coming in and rocking us, aside from my rude little comments to the janitor. But back to you guys, because that's what it's all about tonight.
Yeah, if he's got a cock in his ear, he's gonna give rise to the saying: once you go black, you go deaf. Right?
Ow. So anyways, since we're talking about boring out people's heads, I mean, albeit not with the same instrument as what you guys I think it intended for it, but yeah, so give us a little bit of insight into the band. You guys are a rather newer band, I think, aren't you?
Yes, we've been together a little bit less than a year. It's kind of nice being in a band with two of your best buddies, and the fact that when things are being mixed down, you can't really cut anything out because it's just a guitar, bass, and a drum. So Greg, a little known fact about Greg we like to tell people at shows is he was in a Shannon Tweed movie about 10 years ago.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you said Shannon Tweed?
Shannon Tweed.
I'm thinking Shannon Duarte.
No. Shannon Tweed. So
yeah,
Greg,
all right, way to go, dude.
Greg Zuniga's a soft porn star over here. Don't forget about that.
Which one was it, like Pool Boy 4 or something like that?
No, not that graphic.
Power Play.
Nice.
Get it at your local video store.
Was Jen Michael Vincent in that one too?
No.
Catch it on Skinamax.
He was killed off.
3 in the morning.
All right, so check that out. This guy's already working it. He's not just a rock star. He's a movie star too. Like great musicians like Sting, Gene Simmons.
I'm not in the credits though, so.
Oh.
But
so you got to look real hard.
Yeah, you'll know me when you see me though.
But you'll already be looking real hard if Shannon Tweed's in it, I'm sure. All right, well, gentlemen, give us a little bit of insight. Tommy, you were telling me that you guys were doing a lot of gigs to get ready to come in here.
Just having a really good time playing and, being around each other and playing out. It's a lot of fun.
Well, how's the crowd response?
We've been having a great time. People ask us back, so.
With crowd.
I guess our goal is to, make music that gets us off a little bit, and along the way, if we get other people off, then that's good.
Well, let's get to some of your influences, because I know you were in previous bands that were a little bit heavier, and you guys have got this nice, really, really groove, funk kind of sound going on, so.
Well, I was always really into, psychedelic music, some groovy music. Pink Floyd was the first band I really got into, and the first CDs I really bought. Like Have a Cigar, the white boy funk from the England side. And then started getting into the, into the real stuff with P-Funk and things like that, James Brown.
Those are my roots. I'm just steeped in old school punk rock and funk, mostly funk for bass. Larry Graham's my idol. I love Bootsy. I'm big, just really getting. I don't know how this act passed us by, but I just got to get to this girl Betty Davis, who is Miles Davis's wife, and she has the funkiest shit I've ever heard.
There's a lot of good stuff out there.
Tom Waits and
Betty Davis. Write that down. Betty Davis.
Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings too.
Well, I mean, as talking to you guys in the back before you guys started jamming, I know there's a wide range of musical influences and just musical lore steeped within you guys. So it's obvious to see that you're pulling from a vast array of influences. If anybody wants to get a hold of your music, if they aren't able to make it to a show, where can they find you on the space? And do you guys have a disc?
Well, we're on MySpace at myspace.com, the Sly Digs.
Well, real quick before I let you guys get out of here and go rock the world like you have been, any last things, any shout-outs to anybody you want to do right now, go ahead. Now's your moment to say, hey, world.
Do that every day, but actually, thank you all for having us in here and
absolutely
treating us so well, man.
Thanks for coming in, man.
It's been a pleasure.
Exactly.
It's BettyDavis.com.
And him.
The Russian is a crowd pleaser, and if you come back Monday night for radio, we'll feed you.
But BettyDavis.com, I could call.
I think I'm leaking.
But this
borscht
is
from myself.
flashrock.com. I'm that fucking guy. These are the Sly Digs. Go check them out.
Sly Digs,
Pick up the disc when it comes
Sly
out.
Digs out,
If you can go see them at a show, go check them out because these guys fucking rock. We're out of here.
It's good to be Sly Digs. Slippery
fuckers you are.
Slippery bastards. We are the salamanders of the devil.
Station just took me to another realm. I wasn't here.
What did I pick
On this earth.
We are the broth
And it was
leech
just
of the devil's
She's been licking herself ever since you come to this place.
I don't think I want to look at the devil's penis.